determiners, notice writing, and classified advertisements. Sorry, poster making last week. But poster making was missing here. I would just have a word about poster making later. You guys have been taught about notice writing mainly, then determiners.
The tenses.
Well, tenses as well. Yeah. So these determiners and tenses will be most of the times put together in an integrated grammar exercises. But when you become thorough enough with those individual topics, you'll be able to handle them. Okay. So please just take a note of that one. And regarding poster making, which was done with Amartya, will be done to you later. But have that stuff with you. Whatever the stuff that has been shared with you in class WhatsApp group, let it be there. We'll take a reference from there to discuss the same. And that's what was done with regard with the class 11 Amartya as well. So don't have to strain yourself as to wonder, as to get shocked, as to get confused with what it is. It is also one of the simplest topics. Once we take it up, you will understand what it is. Well, today, what is the topic to be taken up for the discussion as per the FPOA? Somebody, if you have gone through that one, as asked earlier. What is to be done? When? If yes, when?
So not as a precise topic in the subject, but
Mhm.
I have heard about summarize. So basically, the word indicates that we have to summarize a topic in short.
Okay, right. That means summarizing the topic means what? What did you understand by that?
So we have to make a summary out of it. We have to write about the topic in brief. The
Okay.
detailed topic we have to write in brief.
Okay, very nice, very nice. What else do you remember, guys? Those who have heard about it. Very nice, very nice. Where? In note making or summarization? Very good, very good. Okay, fine. Very good. Very nice. What else do you know about it? If you have heard about it. If any of you have heard about it, yes. Very nice. Very good.
Then it
What
should be
else?
short.
It should be
So it should be shorter.
not clear, please. Not clear. Come again. It should be.
And the summary should be shorter than actual content.
It should be short. Okay, okay. It should be short. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, that's a very nice point. Yes. What else do you know about it? Well, good. What else do you know about it? Right. So please just acknowledge the laptop screen. We have waited enough. Let's just give it a start. If you don't remember anything else than that one. Anybody else? Right. Can you all see the screen, please?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay. Note making. See, it's good to hear that some of you have heard that note making and summarizing. But as a matter of fact, this is as far as the prescription of syllabus is concerned, new topic to you. But we've already experienced this topic without being prescribed to your syllabus, in your syllabus, without being prescribed in your syllabus. This has already been experienced by each and everybody here, including me, without a formal prescription under syllabus. Note making is something for the first time formally prescribed in your syllabus. But this is the topic which we all must have experienced by this time. Now let us understand what it is and where and how we just experienced that one. Then you will understand how it is. See, in order to just make you understand that one, let me just explain the meaning of this one. Note making. We have two important things here, please. Note making and summarizing. We will be just talking about mainly note making today. Summarizing will also be taken up for the discussion in due time. Don't think that these two topics are quite different. They're closely interrelated. Closely interrelated. Don't think that these two are two different two different composition items, two different topics. No, they are very, very closely related, interconnected ones. Now, let's just understand what it is. Note making first, then we will come to summarization. Making means creating something, doing something. What is this note? What is the meaning of notes? We all use the word notebook, notes, register, all that. What is that? It's a book where we just jot down, yes, personal reference. And it's a book where we note down all the important things of the subject. It can be questions and answers. It can be any other, something very important in regard to that particular subject. And so it is known as notes or notebook or register. Same meaning applies here. Note making means making notes, making important points. From where? From a given passage. Let me repeat it. Note making can be understood in this way. Note making is otherwise known as making notes. Making notes means making important points. Making important points from a passage given. That's what we need to do. So, what is note making? Note making is a short written record of facts to help our memory to recap the things. They are generally done to record a speech or a dictation or a lecture while listening to it. And they are actually done after reading a book or magazine or article of huge in size, of something huge in size. And the one that you prepare will be referred back whenever we require to memorize what we have listened to or what we have read. Now tell me when you have practiced that.
Sir, while making notes for the chapters.
Good. That's it. Where else? While just making notes for the chapters. Let's not be very formal here. Just take it from your own life. I hope every one of you must have taken a running notes, if not every time, at least one time in your life, in one subject at least. At least one time in your life, one subject. Have you all done that one? Running notes here. Something is being taught. Let's say a teacher is teaching you something and you guys start jotting down some important points in your own language, in your own way, using some symbols, abbreviations, short forms like points with star marks, numbers, arrow marks, something like that. You must have definitely done that at least once in your life in at least one subject, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
That's what note making is. Actually, there is a different word, note taking. If you record a fact, I mean, if you record what you listen to while listening to somebody, maybe from a lecture, maybe from a radio talk, podcasts, something of that sort. If you jot down some important points in your own way through listening, then that is called note taking. If you jot down some important points from reading something, then that is called note making. You don't have note taking. That means you don't have the, you don't have to record facts or you don't have to write something in your own way by listening to something about which is known as note taking. But you need to just jot down a few points, important points, only important points, by reading through something. Maybe a passage. Just like we have passages for reading comprehension, some questions given under it to answer based on the given passage. You need to read through a kind of passage like that and write most important points in it. That is called note making. Note making, which is useful in everybody's life. Which is useful in everybody's life till the time they are there in both personal life and professional life. See, we also carry notebooks whenever we have a meeting. We also carry notes. Notes means not notebook, maybe a piece of paper also, or a smaller, notepad. Even to classes also. And if you just, if you have not seen like that, look at it, they don't read through whatever they have written over there. In order to maintain the time properly without wasting their time, they will have the points there. So you must have seen definitely some celebrities also while they are speaking. Let's say, okay, you must have even seen our Prime Minister Ji, delivering a speech sometimes. Definitely they will have some notes in front of them on the podium from which they address the audience. It's not that they don't know anything. They simply just, read through what they have written over there. No. They want that note in order to save the time and not to kill the time of anybody, including themselves mainly. So, this one will help you out. Making is something very important in everybody's life. If you're both of them, when you are listening to something and jot down some important points, that is called note taking. When you're reading something and jot down important points in your own way, then that is called note making. The name differs a bit, but the purpose that it will serve remains same. See, most of the teachers ask you to just jot down important points when something is being taught. What is that for? If you have that kind of important points regarding the lecture, regarding the class, you can just refer them back later to memorize what has been taught to you. If you have really jotted down something, even now, that will help you out. So, why is it important? As I told you, you can just refer back as and when required to memorize the things. Next, number 2. As you just note down only important points, you will not miss all the essentials, all the important points from a vast text or longer speech. Number 3, see, as I just told you, when you are delivering a speech or presenting something, maybe a seminar, debate, discussion, anything, this collection of important points readily available in your hand will help you out in giving you your best, whether that is delivering, whether that is in delivering a speech or participating in a debate, anything, writing an essay or revising your lessons before the examinations, all that. So these 3 benefits, huge benefits, personally, professionally, will be of great help to you. Now, are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
If something is unclear, please let me know. Are we clear so far, everyone? The horizon of their knowledge by reading a lot, by listening a lot. And you can't really remember each and everything that you listen to, each and everything that you have read. Then what is the best way to remember the important essentials? Note making. So you may wonder, sir, will you also do? Yes, we will do. We will do. Now let me just show that to you. So if you can just look at this one. Today in the morning assembly, we had a meeting. We had a meeting. Can you all see me?
Yes, sir.
Now if you can just see the date. Monday, morning assembly. And what are the important
Yes,
points
sir.
that have been discussed over there? Jot it down in my own way.
Sir, it's
In
not
my
clear.
own way. Not clear, but if you are, but are you guys able to see some points being
Yes, sir.
jotted down here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's what the point is. We also carry a notebook with us in order to note down a few points. We should not miss what's been so very important. See, in this morning, let me just read out what's been discussed. See, we've discussed only 4 points, important points. Number 1, Founders Day practice schedule. Number 2, PTM reflections. See, now I'm just looking at it and telling you because it can serve as a ready reference to me. PTM reflections. See, last week for class 12 Keynes, for class 12 Tagore, there was a PTM. How it went on? What was the after effects of it? And this week you are going to have. Today you will receive the calls from me, and all of you should be present here on Wednesday at sharp 8:30 along with your parents. So that is what I need to do today. I have noted it down based on the PTM happened with your seniors. I did it. I meant it. You guys will be receiving a call today from me as your class teacher. Narayan Purohit sir, your class teacher. So either today or tomorrow, he will give you a call and let you know about the schedule when you guys have to come. For you, it is decided as Thursday. For Amartya, Wednesday is the day. So I will be just calling them today. Narayan Purohit sir will give you a call today or tomorrow to let you know about all these. And everybody, along with their parent, at least one, should come over here because attendance is being a very serious concern. So this is the second point. And the third one is how we have floated the plan of action. There was a bit of note on it, what we need to get it corrected in it, all that. And the next one is PTM for classes, Amartya and Chanakya. These 4 are the points that were discussed by the Honorable Director in the morning. Now, what has helped me to recap all this? Notes. Note making. You have a different occasion or situation where you need to take notes. We have a different occasion or context or situation where we need to take notes. But everybody has different situations or contexts where they have to take notes. What is called? Technically, note making. What is that? Note making. So, what do we do here? It's a very complex activity which combines several skills. Your understanding skill, your reading skill, your listening skill, especially reading and listening skills are so much involved. And as everybody knows, note making will be very small and brief. There was about 40-minute speech from the Honorable Director, sir, but I have 1-page notes. You know why? I have noted down only important points, most important points. So my notes should be small and brief. Whatever is most essential, whatever is most important is noted down. That's it. That too in a logical way, making some connections. Well, I hope you got a point. You got an idea about note making, what it is, when do we use it, what is the very need of it. How we do it can be taken up for the discussion in a little while. But are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
there comes a question. Very good, very good. Now there comes a question. How we do it? Yeah, we know that it should be brief and small. Everybody knows that one fine. But how can we just make it small and brief? Logically, clear, connected. Only relevant and important information should be kept over there. See, this will, in fact, make us or lead us or take us to the point how we do it. Here you are. We follow certain standard practices. We put headings, subheadings, we use abbreviations, symbols, we go with note form. I'll tell you what note form is. Can you see this note form?
Yes, sir.
Here you are, the note form. This is one form, this is another form. This is called note form. So, when we are giving it, when we are doing it in the examination point of view, in the examination, if you just make notes, make important points in your own way completely, that may not be understood by the reader. I mean, the examiner. So we need to follow a certain standard, certain set of rules. We need to just observe a few points. And those are these. We need to put headings and subheadings. We need to use abbreviations and symbols. We need to make use of note form. We need to just make use of numbering and indentation. We will just come to know what they are. They are very easy. Don't worry. Don't just get scared that they are quite new to you. Very simple, guys. Don't worry. See, we will just discuss what these are. And then we will also see one, practice lively. One, lively. Okay. Let us just see. First one, headings and subheadings. What are these? By the way, where do we have to make notes from? From a lecture or from a passage?
Passage.
From a passage, not from a lecture. Okay. Well, a passage would be there of around 250 words, short ones only, not lengthier ones. 250 words will be hardly half a page or 3/4 of a page, not more than that. Okay. So 300 words, 250 to 300 words maximum. From that passage, you need to just make notes. How? Using headings and subheadings, using abbreviations and symbols, using note form, using numbering and indentation. Let's understand what they are clearly. Then you will get a better idea about that one. Okay, headings and subheadings. What are these? See, heading is the one that reflects the main theme. Main theme. Main theme. Whereas the subheadings point out how it's been developed, the main theme. Here, something like, see, heading is something like a movie title. What does the movie title reflect? The main theme of it. Just like that, the heading reflects the main theme. And the subheadings, whatever that you see here, subheadings. See, there will be a title. Title is otherwise known as, title we can say. It is the one that is kept either at the top towards the left corner or left indent, or in the middle of it at the center, at the top only. Some people can even just use it at the end. Just don't use that one. It's not actually advisable. Titles should be in the beginning only. Like we have titles for lessons, like we have titles for poems, like we have titles for short stories. We put one title that reflects the main theme. See, in every story, in every poem, in every lesson, the main theme is reflected through the title. And so the title suits them best. Just like that, for a given passage, you need to just put a title. That is otherwise known as heading. Yes, please go ahead. What is the concern?
So would the title be the same as the passage or a different one?
You don't have to be too very creative. You can be simple, straight to the point as well. You don't have to be too creative. Okay. See, if it is about coronavirus protection, let's say that we have a passage. Okay. Let me just show you one example to give you the clarity. This is a passage here. Okay. Effective speaking depends on effective listening, something like that. Okay. It's all about note picking only. Now, see, this is a passage. Now, the question is, on the basis of your reading about the reading of the above passage, make notes on it using headings and subheadings. You also use recognizable abbreviations wherever necessary. Now, see, what is the title? The Art of Effective Listening Notes. That's it. Here we were not very creative, straight to the point, and that too as brief as possible. So you must not have seen titles being too long, right? They are as short as possible, to the point, reflecting the main theme. Just like that, you can be straight to the point. You don't have to be creative, but make sure that the main theme of the passage gets reflected through the title. Otherwise, the title will not be an effective one. I hope your doubt is clarified.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, coming back to this one, coming back to our point. So what else can we see in that, apart from heading or title? Subheadings. See, what are subheadings? Some important sincere practice. That's it. You can do in a better way possible. Now, coming back to this one, I hope you now got the Like that, we will just look for those important points from those paragraphs. And that's how we make headings and subheadings in this given format, like 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like that. This way. Or even this way. 1, then A, then 1 Roman number, in this way also. I personally feel that you better just adapt this one so that it will be clearer to you as well. Right? Right, next one, what are the other important things? Abbreviations and symbols. What are these abbreviations and symbols? See, these abbreviations and symbols are just like this. You must have seen, you must have even used this symbol while writing anywhere. Instead of writing A and D, I saw many students using this symbol. But in a regular notes or examinations, while answering questions, please don't use those symbols. But while making notes, you must use these kind of symbols. See, these kind of symbols, standard ones. This one for percent, this one number for 100, and E dot G dot is for example. To mean namely, we use VIG dot. See, these are all some of the mathematical symbols, some of the universal symbols which we can use. And abbreviations can be had in 3 different ways. Acronyms, contractions, short forms. See, what are they? CBSE is an acronym. All the capital initial letters will be used to refer to what it is. We all know, and we belong to CBSE board only, Central Board of Secondary Education. And that is what CBSE is. And you must have heard even NCERT. What does that mean? What is the expansion form? National Council of Educational Research and Training. And see here, UK, United Kingdom, USA, United States of America, UNO, United Nations Organization, WHO, World Health Organization. These are all initial capital letters which are known as acronyms. This is how you can make abbreviations. And the other 2 ways are contractions. That means if there is a longer word, what you need to do is you can just, contract it, taking first few letters of the word, like writing IMP dot for important. You guys, some of you, if not everybody, must have had the habit of, putting IMP dot for important. Is there anybody here who has that habit?
Yes, sir.
So that's what contraction is. So we can use world accepted, world known contractions like lib, unite, tele, something like that, or your own ones. Next one, the other way of forming abbreviations is short forms. That means taking first letters and the last letters. Like you see in Mr., M and R. Doctor, D and R. Draft, DR or DFT, sorry. Department, see here and there. D first letters and P something in between and T towards the end, in order to make clearer what it is. So like this, in 3 ways you can have abbreviations which must be used when you are preparing notes. Symbols which you must use when you are preparing notes. Now the next one, what is the next one? So as you see, abbreviations and symbols. Now note form, it's clearly explained to you what a note form is. But regarding abbreviation symbols, you should just also take something more important. See, these are all some of the other contractions, guys, that we usually see. And please just make a note of them. Don't have to mug them up, because 95% of all these known to you. Don't worry. So some other common symbols and abbreviations like these, everybody knows all these, right? They're no new to you. And some of the examples of word truncation. That means how we can create our own abbreviations to make the things clearer to the people, to the readers. Like people has been abbreviated as PPL. Department has been abbreviated as DEP. Especially has been abbreviated as ESP. Government has been abbreviated as GOV, created by our own. But as it is created by your own, the reader should be made clear. And for that, what you need to do is you need to provide a key to your abbreviations. Whatever the abbreviations that you have used, whatever the numbers that you have used, whether created or standard, you please just put them in a box like what we have seen here. Key to abbreviations. Can you see that? These are all the abbreviations created by the one who has done this one. So for the word positive, he has used this one. For the word physical, he has used this one. For the word message, he has used this one. See, in order to make the things clearer to the reader, we will provide one tabular column to all the abbreviations, numbers, symbols that you have used here in this. And that is also there for 1 mark. By the way, this is for 5 marks, and the 5 marks are segregated like this. Title, that is heading, 1 mark. How you have organized them clearly, the numbering system, 1, 1.1, like that. That is also for 1 mark. And key to abbreviations, numbers, symbols for 1 more mark. And whatever you prepare, that means the real content, the points that you have used here. I mean, I'm talking about these points. That is for 2 marks. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. Are we clear with the segregation of marks? Yes or no? So where can we see the title? At the top. What is numbering and indenting? How you just write those points, indenting. Can you see? 1.1 has not been in alignment with point number 1, but a little away from it. Like what you see 2.1, 2.3 in one alignment and 1, 2, 3 in one alignment. That is called indentation. Writing in this way. See all the points that you see A, B, C in one alignment, 1, 2 in one alignment, smaller Roman numbers 1, 2, 3 in one alignment. That is called indentation. So how you have made indentation and how you have numbered them is for 1 mark. Then second one, title for 1 mark, indent, numbering for 1 mark, 1 plus 1, 2. Key to abbreviations or the glossary for 1 more mark. You need to use at least 4 to 5 numbers and symbols. Ideally about 10. Below 10, not more than 10. Above 4, below 10. Numbers, abbreviations, symbols, which you need to make a mention separately in a tabular column or like this or something like this, which will also be considered for the award of 1 mark. So title 1 mark, numbering and indent 1 mark, key to abbreviations or glossary 1 mark. So how many marks are over? How many got over?
3.
Now whatever that you write as important points is for 2 marks. Is for 2 marks. Clear? So 3 plus 2, 5 marks. It is for 5 marks. Now what about the next one, summarizing? I'll just have a word about it. Okay. Summarizing. Summarizing is for 3 marks, as you see. You should write your summary in 50 words. What is meant by summary first? Summary is the collection of all the synopsis, all the important points. See, you must have heard this word, summary. In Hindi also, saransh. Saransh, right? You must have heard.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what can you see in that saransh? All the important essentials in a logically sequenced way. Only most important points. In the same way, see, the given passage will be huge in size, about 250 to 300 words. Now you need to write the important points in your own words, in your own words, in your own words, achieving a word limit of about 50 words. My suggestion to you is take help from whatever the notes that you have prepared, because it is the place where you have included all the important essentials, that too in the logical way. You don't even have to go back to the original passage to think about what is really essential. But if you can just look at this, you can have all the important points here. But here, you don't put them in full-length sentences, which is something very important. But in short words and phrases, using symbols, numbers, abbreviations, all that. See, if you can just put them in your own words, in grammatically full-length sentences, achieving a target of about 50 words, leaving out anything that is important, then your summary is the best one. See, wherein content is considered for 2 marks, how grammatically correct it is, how logically connected it is, how it is correct as far as spellings are concerned, will all be considered for 1 mark. That is called expression. Now tomorrow in the next class, when we just take up one example to do all that, you will understand how it is practically, and you will be given some exercises for practice on your own as well. Now theory part is completed. Let's wait for the live practice to become more confident and clearer. Any concerns?
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's great then. Then let me just take the attendance. The class is also over. The time is up. Just wait for a moment. It's getting ready. Then we will just wrap up the show for today. Samrit Kaur, can you please stay back? Samrit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please stay back. I need to talk to you. Just a moment. One more moment, please. It's getting ready. Yeah, it's ready, please. Now you may leave. Thank you, all of you. Please be ready for the next class. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.